I pushed the front door open and froze. My own house smelled like smoke and polished wood, but something felt off. My steps echoed in the hallway as I saw them, Father, Rayon, and Alina, clustered together near the living room. Their heads bent low, voices hushed, but I could catch fragments. He's not ready. Not good enough for her. It's better for the family. My stomach dropped. I swallowed, my voice trembling before it even formed. What are you talking about? Father looked up first, his eyes sharp, unreadable. Aries, you're home late. His tone was flat. Nothing like the warmth I remembered. I heard you. What's not good enough? I stepped closer, anger and disbelief battling in my chest. Rayan straightened, smirking faintly, as if enjoying the moment. You know, little brother, some things are bigger than you. Lena's eyes flickered between the two of them. I thought I saw regret, but it disappeared instantly. Aries, you knew? My voice cracked. You knew they were talking about ending this? About me? Alina opened her mouth, but Father cut her off. It's for your own good. We only want what's best. What's best? My hands shook. You're going to break us apart? All of this? For what? Rayan laughed, soft but cruel. For the family, of course. You've always been naive, Aries. Too soft to see reality. I felt my chest tighten, my heartbeat hammering. Alina, is this true? I asked, voice barely above a whisper. She looked down, silent for a moment, then said, I didn't want you to hear it like this. Her words felt like nails on my ribs. I thought it was best. Best for who? I spat, my throat burning. You, them, or me. Father's lips pressed into a thin line. It's for everyone. Your weakness would have caused more harm than good. You don't understand responsibility yet. I shook my head, disbelief clouding every thought. I trusted you. I trusted all of you. And this? Behind my back? Rayan leaned against the walls, smirking now openly. Trust is earned, little brother. You're lucky we even tried. I felt tears sting my eyes, but I swallowed them. I loved you all. I thought we were a family. I thought I had her, Alina. But none of that matters to you, does it? Alina flinched, taking a step closer. Aries, I never wanted to hurt you. I swear, don't, I snapped. Just don't. I don't want your excuses. I don't want your lies. I see everything now. Father's voice dropped, calm but cutting. Sometimes the truth is hard to hear, and sometimes it's harder to live with. You need to understand your place. Place. I laughed bitterly, though it caught in my throat. I have no place in my own life anymore. In my own house? In my own heart? Rayon shrugged. You always let yourself be used. Weakness makes people do what they must. I pressed my hands to my face, trying to stop the tremble in my limbs. I can't believe I ever trusted any of you. I can't believe I loved you. Alina's voice broke. Aries, please. I stopped. I threw my hands up. I'm done listening. Done believing. Done hoping. Father's eyes narrowed. So be it. You'll see that time teaches all lessons. Even you will understand. I took a step back, every muscle in my body screaming to leave. I'll understand nothing, I said. You've destroyed it all. You've destroyed me. I walked to the door without another word. Every step was heavy, each one a battle against the burning in my chest. I didn't look back. I didn't want to see their faces, the ones I had loved blindly, now cold and cruel. The night swallowed me, but even in the darkness I could feel that something had changed. That betrayal, that knife in my heart, it would define me, and I would never be the same again. CHP2, I woke up before dawn, my chest tight, thoughts spinning. Their words, Father Rayon, Alina kept, replaying in my head like a broken record. Not good enough. Better for the family. Weak. Every sound felt louder, every shadow darker. I couldn't eat. I couldn't move without feeling the weight of betrayal crushing me. I found Alina in the kitchen, alone. I tried to steady my voice. Alina, can we talk? She looked up, her eyes hesitant. Aries, I don't know if please, just me and you. I need to understand. She sighed, setting down her cup. There's nothing to understand, Aries. I made my choice. You mean with them? I asked, my voice cracking. You chose them over me. She looked down, avoiding my gaze. I deserve better. You have to see that. I felt the floor tilt beneath me. Better? Better than our love? Better than everything we promised each other? Her lips trembled. I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you, but I can't be with someone who can't protect himself from his own family's expectations. I laughed bitterly, the sound hollow. Protect myself? I loved you. I trusted you. I thought you trusted me. I did, she whispered. But I can't ignore what's best for me. I have to. Survive too. Her words felt like fire in my chest. I wanted to scream, to shake her, to make her feel what I felt, but instead, I turned away. I can't believe this. I can't believe you. She reached out, voice soft. Aries, please. Don't hate me, Don't touch me, I said, my hands trembling. I hate everything right now. I can't even think straight. I left the house, the cold morning air hitting my face, but it didn't reach inside me. I walked aimlessly until I found myself at Hamza's apartment. I pounded on the door. Are you okay? Hamza opened it, his eyes sharp. I shook my head. No, nothing's okay. They destroyed everything. Pulled me inside and slammed the door. What happened? I sank into his couch, head in my hands. Alina, my father, Rayan. They planned it. Behind my back. They said I'm weak. Not good enough. That ending things is best for the family. Hamza's face darkened. What? That's insane. They can't just... They did. I shouted. They all did it. And she said she deserves better than me. Can you believe that? Hamza's fists clenched. No, I don't believe it. Aries. They don't get to break you. Not like this. I laughed bitterly, shaking my head. They already did. My life, my trust, gone. How do you survive this? You survive, he said firmly. You survive, and you fight back. You don't let them see you fall. They think they own you? They don't. His words hit something inside me, a spark I didn't realize was there. Fight back. How? How do you fight when everything you love is broken? Hamza leaned closer. By realizing you don't need their approval. You've spent your life bending for people who never valued you. It ends now. You start living for yourself. I looked at him, feeling a strange mixture of anger and clarity. Live for myself. I think I can, he nodded, gripping my shoulder. Good, because you will. And I'll be here. Every step. He left his apartment later, still shaken, but a tiny weight had lifted. The betrayal still hurt, but for the first time, I felt something else. Determination. Not for revenge yet, not for closure, but for myself. The world had broken me, but not completely. I could feel it, the seed of change, small but alive, growing inside me. And I promised myself silently that I would never let anyone, especially them, control me like this again. I stared at my packed bag, hands trembling. Every shirt, every pair of shoes felt like a reminder of what I had lost. I could hear Father's voice from the living room, sharp as always. Where do you think you're going, Aries? He called, calm but mocking. I took a deep breath. I'm leaving. I need to. Live my life. Rayan chuckled behind him. Leaving? Running away? Typical. Not running, I said, my voice steadying. Rising. I'm done letting you define me. Father's laughter echoed through the hall. Rising? From what? From your own family's guidance? I gritted my teeth. From your lies? Your control. Your betrayal. I'm done. Lena wasn't there this time, and I realized that relief mixed with pain. I'm leaving tonight, I said, more to myself than anyone. Rayan smirked. Good luck surviving in the real world. You'll fail before sunrise. I ignored him, slinging my bag over my shoulder. I walked past them, every step a fight against the panic knotting my stomach. Hamza met me at the street corner. You really going? He asked, concern and disbelief in his eyes. I have to, I said. I can't stay. Not there. Not anymore, right? He said, nodding slowly. I've got a lead on a room for you. Not much, but it's safe. Uncle Kareem runs it. Wise guy. Won't bother you, but he'll make sure you don't waste yourself. Uncle Kareem. I asked, a small spark of hope flickering. Yeah, he believes people can change. If they want to. You want to? Hamza's eyes searched mine. I think I do. The night air was cold, but it felt cleaner than my house ever did. Every breath reminded me of the space I'd been denied. The freedom I'd never had. Uncle Kareem greeted me at the small apartment building. You Aries? He asked, arms crossed, looking me over. Yes, I said. You look like a boy who's carrying too much, he said, voice calm but firm. Good, you'll need that fire. Don't waste it on the past. Use it to build the future. I nodded, feeling more than a flicker of respect. I hope I can. You will, he said. Just don't let anyone else define your limits. Hamza helped me unpack his presence, a comfort I didn't know I needed. This is your space now, he said. No judgments. No control. Just you. I sat on the edge of the bed, looking around. Feels strange, empty, but good. I think I can breathe here. Later that night, I pulled out a notebook Hamza had given me. My hands shook as I wrote the first words. They betrayed me. They think I'm weak. But I'm not broken. Not yet. I kept writing until my hand cramped, thoughts pouring onto the page like a floodgate had opened. Each word, each sentence, pushed the anger out, but also shaped it into something useful. Strength. Resolve. A plan to never allow myself to be crushed again. The room was quiet, except for the scratching of my pen. I whispered aloud, mostly to test my own voice. I won't be small anymore. I won't be invisible. I'm done bending for people who never cared. Hamza peeked in. Looks like the old Aries is gone. Good riddance, I said, smiling faintly. The new one will be stronger, smarter, and free. Uncle Kareem knocked before leaving. Remember, strength isn't just muscle or money. It's knowing your worth. Don't let anyone, ever, take that away. I nodded again, feeling it settle inside me. For the first time in years, I wasn't pleading for approval. I wasn't trying to prove myself to anyone. I was living for me. The night stretched long and quiet, but I didn't feel alone. I felt awake, ready, and I knew, deep in my chest, that leaving wasn't the end. It was the beginning. CHP, for the first few days at the new job, were exhausting. My hands shook as I typed reports, fumbled through spreadsheets, and tried not to draw attention to my mistakes. I felt like everyone was watching, waiting for me to fail. One morning, I spilled coffee on a stack of papers, muttering under my breath, "Great, just great." A voice beside me said, "Need help?" I looked up to see a woman with sharp eyes and a calm smile. Yeah, I could use a hand. "I'm Zara," she said, grabbing the papers. "Don't worry. Everyone has bad mornings. Don't let it define you." I stared at her, surprised. You really mean that?" "Of course," she said, handing me the papers. "Look, I see a lot of people pretending to work. You're actually trying. That counts for something." I nodded, feeling a strange warmth. "Thanks. I haven't felt like someone actually sees me in a long time." "Then maybe you need to stop hiding. Trust me, I've been there too." At lunch, she joined me at my small table. "So how's the new life treating you?" I laughed softly. "Rough, but good, in a way. I feel alive again. It's important," she said. "Sometimes people forget what that feels like." Days turned into weeks. I learned to manage my tasks better, taking small pride in each success. Zara was always there, offering advice without being condescending. One day, Hamza stopped by. "How's the warrior doing?" he teased. I smirked. "Slowly conquering the battlefield? You mean your boss isn't firing you every day?" I laughed. "Something like that." But even as I grew stronger, whispers followed me. "Rayan's careless decisions are costing the company millions." Someone muttered in the hallway. "Your brother's incompetence is going to ruin everything," said another voice. I clenched my fists, but I didn't respond. Not yet. I focused on my work, reminding myself that my path wasn't theirs to destroy. One afternoon, Zara leaned against my desk. "You know," she said, "you're handling a lot better than most would." I see it, and I think, "You'll go far." I felt my chest tighten. "Thanks, Dad. Actually means a lot." "Good, because you deserve support, not criticism. Don't forget that." Her kindness stirred something inside me, a mix of hope and caution. I hadn't trusted someone completely in a long time, but Zara's presence made it easier, not to rely on her, but to believe in myself. Hamza came by again later. "You look different. Confident." "Maybe a little," I admitted. "It's weird. I feel like I'm finally standing on my own." "You are," he said, clapping me on the shoulder. "And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Not even your family." I nodded, thinking of Father and Rayan, of Alina, and of all the nights I spent broken. The memory still stung, but now it fueled me instead of crushing me. Zara passed by, smiling. "Don't forget lunch tomorrow," she said lightly, leaving me with a small, genuine warmth I hadn't felt in years. I looked around my small workspace, realizing how far I had come. I wasn't just surviving. I was learning, growing, becoming someone who could face the world without fear. And deep inside, quiet satisfaction hummed. My family's whispers of my failure, their doubts and manipulations, they didn't matter anymore. I was building my own path, brick by brick, and slowly. Justice, in its quiet form, was starting to appear. For the first time in a long while, I allowed myself a small smile. Not arrogance. Not pride. Just the knowledge that I was rising, and the people who tried to crush me would see it soon enough. The phone rang late in the afternoon. I wasn't expecting anyone, but Hamza nudged me. "Pick it up," he said, curiosity written all over his face. I answered. "Hello, Aries." "It's Farhan," a shaky voice replied. From the company. I don't know how to say this, but it's collapsing. Dad's drowning in debt. Rayan. There's an investigation. Fraud, maybe embezzlement. It's bad. Really bad." I froze. The words sank slowly, and then a strange calm washed over me. "Tell me everything, Farhan. Don't leave out a single detail." Hesitated. "They're saying Rayan mismanaged funds for months? Clients are pulling out? Investors are furious. Dad, he's desperate. Alina, she called earlier, crying, asking to talk to you." I closed my eyes, letting the information settle. "I see. Thank you for telling me." I hung up and stared at the ceiling, feeling the cold clarity settle in my chest. Hamza watched silently. "You okay?" he asked. I am," I said quietly. "More than okay. They set their own traps. Their choices are catching up." The doorbell rang later. I opened it to see Alina standing there, tear-streaked and desperate. "Aries, please," she whispered. "I made a mistake choosing Rayan over you. I was wrong. Can we try again?" I looked at her, taking in the broken expression, the fear in her eyes. But I felt nothing. Nothing but cold clarity. "Alina," I said slowly, "you didn't just leave me. You sided with them. You helped destroy the version of me that loved you. That person is gone." She shook her head, sobbing. I didn't know how to. I was scared. "Stop," I said, voice steady and firm. "Don't explain. Don't justify. You killed who I was. That choice, that betrayal, changed me forever. I can't. I won't go back." Her hands trembled as she reached for mine. "Please, Aries, I still love you." I made a mistake. I see it now. I can fix this. I swear you see it now? I asked, stepping back. Too late. Your tears, your apologies, they don't bring back what I lost. They don't undo the years of manipulation, the lies, the betrayal. Her shoulders shook violently, and I felt a pang of pity, brief, fleeting, but it didn't weaken me. Alina, I wish you had been brave enough to love me honestly, but you weren't. And now, karma has its way. She fell silent, sobbing quietly. I didn't speak for a moment, letting the gravity of the situation settle. I felt no triumph, no satisfaction, just a profound clarity I hadn't known before. Hamza finally said, "She's gone too far. But you didn't let her shake you." I nodded. Exactly. I've been broken. I've been betrayed. But I've learned. I've changed. And I will not return to that old version of myself. Farhan's words, the company's collapse, Rayon's investigation, it all proved one thing. They were facing consequences. Not because I sought revenge, but because their own actions led them here. I whispered to myself, quiet but firm, let them fall. Let them feel what they earned. I'll stand here, unbroken, unshaken, watching as justice unfolds naturally. Lena wiped her tears, finally looking at me with hollow eyes. "I'm sorry," she said, almost a whisper. "I heard you," I said, my voice calm. "But sorry doesn't fix what you destroyed. It never will. Goodbye, Alina." She turned and walked away, and I didn't move to stop her. I watched until the door closed, feeling the last traces of my old pain drift away. Hamza clapped my shoulder gently. "That's strength, my friend. Real strength." I looked out the window, seeing the city lights flicker. Their world was crumbling, their choices catching up. But I wasn't celebrating, I was relieved, free, and for the first time in years, I knew I was finally living for myself. CHP6, the knock at my door startled me. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened it slowly and froze. Father stood there, eyes heavy, shoulders hunched. "Aries, I need you," he said, voice almost breaking. I stared. "You need me?" My mind raced. For years, I begged for his approval, his love, and now he needed mine. "Yes," he whispered, taking a hesitant step inside. "Everything's falling apart. Rayon, the business. I can't manage it. I need you." I felt a storm inside me. Anger, disbelief, sadness, and a strange, fleeting pity. "You mean, after all the lies, the control, the betrayal, now you need me?" Father's lips trembled. "Aries, I never realized how much I hurt you. I was wrong. Please help me." I clenched my fists, my chest tight. "Do you have any idea what it's like to live under your expectations? To bend for you, to love you, to hope for a single word of approval?" He nodded slowly. "I see that now. Painfully. And I'm sorry. But I need your guidance. Please, don't turn me away." I shook my head. "I'm not blind. I've watched your empire crumble. I've seen Rayan make mistakes you ignored. And now you come begging? No. I won't let their downfall destroy me again." Father's eyes filled with tears. "Aries, I'm desperate. Please, just this once. Just this once." I interrupted, voice firm. "I've given you a lifetime of chances. You wanted control, obedience, and loyalty. You got it. And look where it brought you." He swallowed hard, silent for a moment. I could feel the power shift, the roles reversed. The boy who once cowered under his gaze now stood tall, steady, unshaken. HMZA, sitting in the corner, nodded at me. "You've earned this strength. Don't forget it." I glanced at him, then back at Father. "I'll help. In ways that don't compromise me. I'm not going back to the old me. I'm not bending, not sacrificing my self-respect. Not letting your mistakes define me." Zara, who had been quietly organizing papers, added softly, "You've built yourself from nothing, Aries. You control your life now. Don't lose that. I nodded, the weight inside me shifting. I understand. I'll help, but on my terms. And if you think I'll just step back into the boy you controlled, you're wrong. Father lowered his gaze, shame and regret written on his face. I understand. I hope you'll forgive me someday. I may forgive, I said slowly, but I will never forget. And I will never allow myself to be broken by your choices again. He nodded, a silent understanding passing between us. For the first time, I felt in control not of him, but of me. My anger no longer ruled me. My sadness no longer trapped me. I turned to Hamza and Zara. Thank you, I said, for standing with me. For reminding me who I am, Hamza smiled. You didn't need reminding. You were always stronger than they believed. Zara's eyes held warmth. And now you finally believe it too. I breathed deeply, feeling the calm after the storm. My life, my choices, my future, it was mine entirely. For the first time, I wasn't living in their shadows, bending to their will. I was standing tall. Father remained silent, a lesson finally learned too late. I didn't gloat. I just nodded, letting him understand the cost of his actions without my saying it aloud. The room felt quiet, but alive. I had my friends, my independence, my strength. And for the first time, I knew exactly who I was and who I would become. The office smelled faintly of fresh paint and new beginnings. I leaned back in my chair, watching the sunlight fall across the floor. Hamza grinned beside me. Look at this, he said. We actually built something from nothing. I smiled, feeling a strange, quiet pride. Yeah, and no one can touch it. Not even your old ghosts, he asked, smirking. I shook my head. No, they tried. They failed. And every time I remember their betrayal, it doesn't hurt. It fuels me, makes me better. Zara entered, carrying a stack of files. You've been pushing hard lately, she said, but it's paying off. Investors are impressed. I looked at her, grateful. I couldn't have done it without you. Or Hamza. What? She raised an eyebrow. Flattery or truth? Truth, I said simply. The phone rang. Hamza answered, then passed it to me. Mr. Yusuf is on line 1, he said. I took the call. Mr. Yusuf. Mr. Aries, he said, voice firm but encouraging. I've reviewed your proposal. I'm impressed. I want to invest. I blinked, swallowing the lump in my throat. You? You would really do that? Yes, he said. I see potential. I see someone who won't quit, someone who's learned from mistakes. I want to help you grow. I hung up, turning to Hamza. Did you hear that? He believes in us. In me, Hamza grinned. Finally, some people see what I've been telling you all along. Later, as I walked past the glass walls of the office, I overheard voices from outside. Have you heard about Aries' company? He's making waves fast. Meanwhile, Rayan's empire is crumbling. I smiled faintly. Justice isn't my hands. It's the result of their choices. The doorbell rang. I opened it to find Alina. Aries. Please, I need to see you, she pleaded. I looked at her calmly. I'm not the same boy you left behind. Her eyes filled with tears. I made a mistake. I see it now. Can't we fix this? No, I said firmly. What's broken cannot return. I forgive, but I don't forget. And I won't let your presence undo the growth I've earned, she sobbed, voice quiet. I still love you. You love the idea of me, not me, I said softly. I'm gone. The old me is gone. Don't try to replace it with your regret. She looked down, finally understanding. I closed the door gently. Some people are only lessons, I thought. Hamza came by, nodding. That was hard. I know, I admitted. But it's easier to stand tall now. I don't need revenge. I just need to be stronger than their shadows. Zara appeared, smiling. You've come a long way, Aries, and you're still learning. Yes, I said. Every day. And I think I finally understand what real strength is. It's not hurting them back. It's rising above what they tried to do to me. Hamza laughed. That's the revenge they'll never expect. Becoming untouchable. I nodded, looking out the window at the city lights. Yes, I can breathe again, slowly but freely. And for the first time, I feel hope. Not for them, but for me. Zara's hand brushed mine lightly. And you'll keep building, won't you? I will, I said, a small smile forming. Not for pride. Not for revenge. For me. For the life I've always deserved. And no one, not father, not Rayan, not Alina, can ever take that away again. I stood taller, chest steady. The world hadn't been kind, but it didn't matter. I had become someone they could never break again. CHP.8, the knock at my door came early. Before the sun had fully risen, I opened it cautiously and froze. Father Rayan and even Alina stood there, expressions worn, humbled. Father spoke first, voice low. Aries, we've made mistakes. Terrible mistakes, please. Listen to us. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. You've got 5 minutes. Say what you need to say. Rayan stepped forward, looking ashamed. I ruined things, Aries. I was selfish, careless. I hurt everyone, including you. I'm sorry. I nodded slowly. Noted in... Father swallowed, voice trembling. Our family. We've been blind, controlling, cruel. I pushed you too far. I thought I knew best. I see now. I was wrong. I am sorry, Aries. Lena wiped a tear, voice soft. Aries, I held up a hand. Stop. I've heard enough apologies to last a lifetime. I don't need them anymore. I've grown. I've changed. I've healed. You've all done enough damage to show me what I need to become. That's the lesson I take from you. They exchanged glances, uncertain. Father's lips pressed into a thin line. We never realized how strong you could be. I let a small, calm smile touch my face. Strength isn't about proving anything to you. It's about surviving, rising, and living on my own terms. Lena's eyes searched mine, pleading. Do you forgive me? I shook my head. Forgiveness isn't for you. It's for me. And maybe one day, I will. But right now, I don't need closure from anyone except myself. Hamza leaned against the wall, nodding. He's right. You've built this life. They don't get to take it back. I turned to him. Thanks, Hamza, for everything. Zara, standing quietly behind me, smiled softly. You're the one who stayed true to yourself. That's the real victory. I walked to the window, looking at the city below, lights flickering like memories. My life used to revolve around their opinions, their expectations, their control. I don't live there anymore. My true love isn't a person I lost. It's this, my strength, my choices, the people who stayed by me. Father's voice was small. Aries, can we be part of your life again? I shook my head, softly but firmly. You can't erase the past. And I won't let old patterns repeat. You'll stay in your place, and I'll stay in mine. Alina stepped back, silent. Rian lowered his gaze. Even Father's pride seemed broken, replaced with quiet regret. Later, I climbed to the rooftop of my building. Zara joined me, the wind brushing against our faces. I looked out over the city, feeling something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. You're quiet, she said. Thinking about everything? I nodded. Yes, about the past. And the future. About how they destroyed my old life. And yet, that made space for something better. Her hand brushed mine lightly. And you're ready for it? I think so, I said. I've lost people, love, and trust. But I've gained myself, my freedom, and the life I wanted. That's my true reward. She smiled. And maybe something more. I looked at her, a spark of hope in my chest. Yes, maybe. But for the first time, I feel like I'm standing on solid ground. Not shaky, not broken, not afraid. Just me. free. I closed my eyes, letting the wind carry away the remnants of my old pain. True love doesn't always come in the form we expect. Sometimes it's the life we rebuild, the people who truly care, the strength we never knew we had. That's what survives. That's what wins. Zara squeezed my hand. Then let's make sure it keeps winning. I opened my eyes, gazing at the horizon. The city sprawled endlessly, a testament to endless possibilities. I inhaled deeply. They destroyed my old life, I whispered to myself, but that only made space for something better. And in that quiet moment, I felt at peace, clarity, and the first real taste of a future I had earned.